Hey Brenda, how are you doing? It's really great to get together with you today, and I've been really looking forward to talking to you about change. How's things going?
Everything is great, and thank you so much for having this conversation because I love talking about change. My God, we've had so much of it in our lives.
Haven't we just? Now, I know you've come from a very different background, so what kind of changes have you gone through to get to where you are today?
So I have spent over 30 years in financial services.
Wow.
Loved it, yeah, really cool, loved it. But I realized probably a long time ago that I wasn't doing what I really wanted to do. And you know those water cooler conversations that people have? I wish I was in a sweet shop. I wish I was in a pharmacy. I wish I was dancing. I wish I was. And we have those conversations. And yeah, so change is quite difficult. But it eventually ended up with me actually giving myself permission to change.
Yeah, that is so
And
important, isn't it?
it really is. Because you know what it's like. You go through change.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like you say, the water cooler conversations when I was in my mid 20s. I knew that I was in the wrong career. I was in
Yeah.
sales, telephone sales for a big newspaper.
Mm,
And I watched everybody scurrying around to try and meet targets and
yeah.
put themselves through the ringer every month, only to miss out just by a bit, but try like a hamster, like a demented hamster on a wheel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I never could play that game because I just thought, well, first of all, practically, what's the point? You meet your target, you bust your guts open on one target. They put the target up next month to try and get you to work harder. So
Yeah.
what's the point in doing it this month? Because you're only going to
Yeah.
be faced with more challenges. And it was a product I didn't feel connected with. So
Yeah.
stuck it out for a good while, but took my leap when I was 27. So
Oh, yeah. Well, you did a lot earlier than me.
I
So it's
can
never too late, guys.
no,
It's
no. You know,
never
I,
too
I
late.
consider I retired at 27 because I stopped having a job and I started living the career I wanted to have. So I've never
Oh,
had to work a day since, really.
yeah. No, I love that. And one of the programs I do, interesting enough, is rewire, not retire. Because I think that's what it's about. It's about rewiring into who you really want to be.
Yeah,
And when I was there, when I was in corporate, while I love my job, love the people, all of that, I just knew my values weren't aligned to the organization values, and I felt I was living somebody else's dream rather than my dream.
yeah,
And I think the biggest difficulty for anybody at that water cooler having that conversation is, how will I do it? But it's also, am I able to? Am I good enough? It's all those conversations that go on in your head
yeah.
that really, everybody is capable, everybody has the potential, but it's about for me, it was about giving myself permission. I actually didn't know I could give myself permission to leave.
Isn't that amazing? We always look to outside ourselves to actually take
Yeah.
that step. And really, all the time, that power's within you, just right from the heart and the soul of you.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember one day my husband Paul was saying to me, why don't you just take time out and figure it out? And I looked at him, it was like this aha moment. Can I do that?
Yeah.
And he was, of course you can. So everyone else around me was supporting it, but I wasn't.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah,
But then you can come across people who, in a way, challenge your commitment to yourself, to your vision, because they're the naysayers and the ones who think you're bonkers because you're stepping outside of their,
yeah,
as it were. And for people like us who are embracing changes, it's one thing to have the recognition of the vision or the heartfelt passion that you're after.
yeah,
Another thing to say, yes, okay, I'm going to give myself permission and I'm going to try and go for this.
yeah,
Then to vision it and try and make steps. And then you get your bubble bursters coming along, which are really only there to test your resolve. So that's a good
yeah.
thing. That's a good
And
thing.
I would say also about the people that don't support you, they're not part of your tribe anyway. They don't want what you have to offer. So it's
Yeah.
very different for them. So
Yeah.
it's all about, and sometimes it's their best intention
Oh,
by
yeah.
knocking it because they think, well, you're not going to make it. But there's lots of things going on for that person. It's
Yeah.
not about you at all.
No, no.
I think once you realize that actually the naysayers, it's nothing about you. It's
Yeah.
all about what's going on for them personally.
Yeah.
And so I would say to anybody who's embracing change is just to keep going.
Yeah.
Try something every single day, because you mightn't even know where you're going. I didn't know where I was going. I still don't know where I'm going.
No.
I'm figuring it out every day. But what I am doing is trying different things out. And if one thing works, keep going with that. If one thing doesn't work, it's okay. Ditch it.
Yeah.
You've tried it. It's okay. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But
Definitely.
keep moving. Would you agree?
I would. And the thing is, I mean, what I do every morning, I set my alarm a little bit earlier than when I know I need to get up.
Yeah.
And I spend about half an hour in what I call my golden zone, my morning stillness. And it's just a time for when the world is quiet and my head is fresh, for me to think through my day, pick the highlights that need my attention, and say to myself, right, these three things, and I imagine on a great big piece of paper, these three things are going to be my focus. And I spend some time just imagining them playing out like they're already done. So I'm rehearsing them in my mind. And that's really helpful, because not only does it prioritize my time, it gets my energy flowing and I'm really focused. So when I'm in the shower or whatever, I can really think through it a bit more. But the other thing it does is it highlights any little glitches that might be coming my way that I hadn't thought about, that I can preempt, so my whole day gets more productive. The other good thing is that, I mean, I may well write it down when I get to my desk, what I'm going to be doing, but the other thing is if something creeps in that I wasn't expecting, I know immediately where I'm coming back to get my day done. And at the end of the day, I do the opposite. I lie in bed before I'm going to sleep, and I just make my checklist and congratulate myself on what I've got done. Don't beat myself up for what I didn't get done, but just know that the next day I'm going to progress even further. So, having a clear vision and doing, like you say, doing something every day to hold yourself accountable, but also to get that really brilliant sense of achievement feeling. And progression brings positivity, I think.
Yeah, and I remember just you saying that Wayne Dyer has a great one. When you're going to sleep at night, and just that between the wake and the sleep state, at that point in time, it's to remember all the positive things that happen through your day.
Yeah.
Because if you bring that into your sleep pattern, you wake up with a different physiology. And I just love that. Yeah.
So it's like going to sleep on a gratitude vibe.
Going to sleep on a gratitude vibe. And waking up in the morning, for me, I do three things every morning. Before I even get out of bed, I do gratitude.
There you go.
Because we have so much to be thankful for.
Exactly.
And it's not about the money, it's not about the fame, it's not about the success, it's not about any of that. We actually have it all.
Yes.
Without any of that, we have it all. If we have a roof over our head, we can breathe, we can, we have so many things, then it's fabulous. Well, it gives you that positivity going into your day as well.
Exactly. And the thing is, I find that when you wake up with that positive vibe, whoever you encounter, whether it's through your Facebook posts or personally or whatever, you're actually sharing that vibe and lifting things up, so you get more of that in return, which is complete manifestation, of course. But the most important thing is that whether you're intending to or not, you're actually being a positive catalyst for change, even if you're just communicating with Facebook friends who maybe you've never met for real. But that doesn't matter, because you're just spreading more joy, which is really...
And actually, that's very true, because, even you may never know who you're impacting.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because I find I do loads of videos, posts, all of that on Facebook. I never know who I'm impacting. And I'm always surprised when somebody stops me and says, "Oh, I watch your videos all the time." And I go, "Really?"
Yeah.
Because you don't know who you're impacting.
No, absolutely.
So sharing that positivity every day, it's really important.
Brilliant.
It's cool.
Do you know, there's another Wayne Dyer story that I came across once from him, and it was very briefly, it was, he was a school-age child, a teenager, sort of in those awkward years, and he came across, going home one day from school, he came across a young lad who he knew got bullied a lot. The bullies came along, knocked all his books out of his hand. The kid was downtrodden. Wayne stopped and helped him pick up all the kids' books and helped the kid walk home with him. He saw that boy at school the next day and asked him why he was taking all his books home in the middle of the week. What's the point in that?
Yeah.
And the boy said that he had decided to kill himself that night, and he didn't want his parents to have to come to school to clear out his locker. It would be too hard for them. But because of Wayne's kindness, he realized there was kind, loving people in the world, and that the bullies would never win if there was kind people. And that's a true story, apparently.
Oh, that is amazing.
So just what you're saying, you never know who you're impacting. And I love that ripple effect.
Yeah, no, it's amazing. Wow. Yeah. Fantastic.
So what are you putting all your positivity into now? What is it? Where are you directing your energies?
So my energies are, I do a lot of workshops and training programs, and they're all around really reconnecting people to themselves and to their inner source.
Yeah.
And what I put my energy right now is into rewire, not retire. And it's all about rewiring life, you know, whether you're my age in your 50s or you're a stay-at-home mom whose kids are empty in the nest, all of that. But it's really understanding, you know, when we change roles like that, and even me going from corporate to self-employment, we do change roles, and your whole identity comes into play. So it's really looking at, who am I? Who am I now when the kids are gone? Who am I when I leave work? Who am I? What's next for me? What's out there? But it's about living. It's all about living. It's not about sitting back on the chair and watching telly for 10 hours a day. It's about going skydiving and doing things like that.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I would agree with you there.
Yeah. And you, where are your energies going? Because you're changing as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm coming out of a 30-year career in complementary therapies where I've been teaching, treating, and so on. So I've got all that background behind me, and my passion is to help people awaken to their inner wow. Now, whether you're a therapist, coach, or mentor, or somebody who's just starting on the awakening path. So I've got two directions. But at the moment, I'm really focusing on getting my core VIP work ready for therapists so they can advance themselves and bring themselves into that next layer of not only their own development, but help their clients and customers along the way as well. So I haven't got a name for it yet, though. I'm working on that. That's one of my jobs today. That was one of the things I was thinking about this morning, is get a name for the umbrella name for what I'm doing. So
cool.
Something wonderful for well-being professionals. I'm not quite sure what yet, but watch this space. Maybe we can catch up in a week or so and up next.
That's fantastic. Right. Oh my God, best of luck with that.
Well, thank you. Same for you. Shall we do this again?
We definitely.
Yeah, I think we shall arrange that. All right then. Listen, good luck with today, and I shall catch up with you, and I'd look forward to seeing what you're doing next time we speak.
Absolutely, and thank you. Great to have the conversation. And everyone out there, keep changing. It's okay.
Exactly, and give yourself permission, and do your 3 things every morning and your 3 things every evening. Thanks for being here, folks.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.